Hey, I wasn't expecting a receiver to completely transform how my whole room feels, but the Marantz Cinema 30 did exactly that. This isn't for someone who shrugs and says good enough when sound feels thin, muddled, or just flat. This is for the person who notices when dialogue floats without weight, when surround effects don't land where they should, when your system feels crowded instead of composed. You know quality, you feel it, and you're done settling for compromise. Before anything else, take a second to check the current price and stock. High-end receivers like this don't stay steady forever, and hesitation usually costs more than you expect. I hit that moment where I knew it was time to upgrade. My old setup sounded fine in quiet scenes, but as soon as action hit, it blurred. Voices crouched under explosions, details got buried, and you'd end up chasing clarity every single time. The first time I fired up this Cinema 30, that confusion just vanished. It wasn't just louder, sound had purpose. Dolby Atmos and IMAX enhanced audio didn't float aimlessly, it had direction and depth. Each channel felt intentional, like every sound had its place and reason. You feel that release from compromise, then you can't go back. Living with this reshaped how every movie, game, and track feels. On film nights, ambient cues don't wash together, they hold space and texture. Explosions hit with impact without burying dialogue. Music isn't flat, it breathes, with instruments that stay layered instead of muddled. Gaming becomes active, with footsteps and effects that feel like they're part of the room instead of noise surrounding you. Even casual streaming feels richer because voices stay anchored and effects don't encroach. It's not about numbers on paper, it's about how sound genuinely lands in your space. And let me be clear, don't wait for a later that usually becomes regret when prices rise or stock shifts unexpectedly. You might question how much difference 11.4 channels makes. What surprised me wasn't just the scale, it was the control. Dense scenes stay composed instead of fraying at the edges. Expansive soundscapes have clarity instead of clutter. Dynamic shifts feel confident, not chaotic. That's the intentional balance you don't realize you're missing until you experience it, and then weaker gear starts sounding like a limitation you never want to revisit. Owning this changes how you sit down to watch. You don't tweak endless settings before every session. You don't squint at quiet scenes hoping for clarity. You just hit play and the system performs. That's a kind of confidence that comes only when gear delivers with purpose, not guesswork. Sound feels layered and anchored, dialogue stays clear and solid, effects hold space and depth, music feels rich and textured, every session feels composed and complete. It's a serious commitment in setup space. You'll notice simpler systems fall short eventually. You stop looping comparisons and just choose the receiver you already wanted. Don't let this be the upgrade you think about next month and regret you waited. Check price and availability now, and step into sound that finally feels intentional.